How pathetic can some people be?
Now, I don't smoke, I don't drink, I don't do drugs, and I like to stay clean. I get into an argument all the time with a friend of mine about drugs because nobody knows what to do about drugs anymore. My friend always says, if you legalize drugs, people won't take them anymore. Which I think is kind of a stupid argument myself. I think the only way people would ever stop taking drugs is if you made them legal, but to get them, you had to pick them up at the Department of Motor Vehicles. What do you mean this isn't a crack line? I've been on this line for 2 hours. That sucks. I'm going straight. Forget about it.
Dumbass of the day. 93.3 KZOZ.
This is something I could totally see you getting into. There's a guy that had his car impounded. Okay. I would say younger you. Bad decision, Jeremy. His name is Ayub Abdul Rahman.
Aloha Akbar.
No.
Yeah.
Ayub Abdul Rahman.
Aloha Akbar.
No. Ayub Abdul Rahman. He was upset because the Almake Auto Shop in Orange County, Florida, not California, had his car in their impound lot. He had to go get it.
So it was somebody else's fault.
Somebody else's.
That was always going to be my excuse. Because I never got impounded, but I used to get the boot on my car in college.
I could see you getting.
And I always had an excuse, but it didn't matter. It didn't matter.
They don't care. If
Just
the
got
car's
me
there,
angry.
If the car's there, they're going to move it. He had to pay $300 to get it out of impound. He was upset at the fact that he had to spend the $300. But he went up there. He's like, fine, $300, here you go. Then he gets really mad. He starts arguing with the guy. And I'm picturing that the guy behind the counter is like me. Oh, this guy's going to get pissed off. I'm going to see how pissed off I can get him. Bring your game, Ayub. Bring your game.
Aloha Akbar.
No, Ayub. Bring your game, my friend. Surveillance footage on the camera shows Abdul Rahman tossing several glass bottle bombs over a chain link fence onto his own car.
Oh, wow. Like, fine, if you're going to have it, it's going to be destroyed.
The news asked the owner of the car lot, and he's like, I guess he was just getting some things out. He said it's funny because if he would have waited 20 minutes, he would have been able to drive his car away instead of bombing it. I was walking around the corner with his keys when all of a sudden I see him heaving Molotov cocktails at his own car.
Hold on. This deserves a... Yeah.
Then this guy, when he got done throwing the Molotov cocktails, he had to chase the guy down and hold him until the deputies arrived because that's a problem, starting fires with chemicals in a bottle and a rag and lighting them on fire. He was busting on charges of arson and manufacturing and transporting a firebomb, all because his car was impounded for $300. That's when things go terribly wrong.
Yeah.
In your life.
Yeah, that never happened to me, by the way.
But I could see things escalating.
I used to get really mad at parking services on campus, and we called them the meter Nazis or the Nazi meter. I can't remember what they called them, but they were the worst.
Well, you got to think that job, you're like, dude, can't you just look the other way? I mean, that's what you always think whenever any kind of parking, any situation where you're getting a ticket, you're like, man, this person couldn't have just looked the other way. Or have you ever had this situation where you're walking up? Well, you had it a couple weeks ago, or several weeks ago, with Whitney and the farmers market when you left your car.
They looked the other way, thank God, because I knew Whitney, though. See, that's the thing. If you know the the meter Nazi, parking Nazi, I forget what they call it. But anyways, if you know the person, then they're going to probably be like, all right, I'll let you off.
That's why.
But if you don't know them,
if I could have any job in the world that is not this job, because this is my favorite job, but second best would be Director of Parking Enforcement for a city, because the world's your parking place. You can park anywhere you want.
At any time.
What do you do? What, are you going to give me a ticket? I don't think so.
Yeah. You tape your business card to the front window? Let them know?
Stand down, stand down my Lemmings. Park in
this is director Jeff's car.
handicap
We'll let it
spots.
slide.
Bam! Look at me parking in the
Yeah,
handicap.
that would be a pretty good job. When I was at Farmer's Market and what Jeff's talking about, I was in a bar and I came out and I forgot the market was starting, and I was on a side street. I was on Broad, but I was one block, half a block off Higuera, and there's the tow truck with the lights on, the thing under the truck. Not quite all the way into the truck yet. No tow truck driver around. I'm like, dude, I'm going to get in this thing and take off right now. Because I know if I talk to that guy, he's like, oh, no, too bad. Once the lights are on, got to take it. And then I see Whitney. I'm like, Whitney. And then it hits me, and I had a flashback back to college when they used to put boots on my Honda. Back when I drove the Honda Accord in college. It's awful.
If I was parking director, I'd be like Chicago politician. I would be like Rod Blagojevich of parking directors.
Well, he's in prison, right?
I'd be selling parking spots.
He's in prison. You'd be in prison.
I know, but it'd be fun while it lasted. I'd be selling parking spots.
Oh, gosh.
Congratulations, Ayub. You let the situation get the best of you, and that lands you as Jeff and Jeremy's
Dumbass of the Day. It's Jeff and Jeremy in the morning on 93.3 KZOZ.